So we all witnessed in 2020 the cheating that happened during the election. And we know that the Democrats are going to cheat, the neocons are going to cheat. So it leads one to wonder by what method is the establishment going to cheat the 2024 election? If you look at polls across, in all 50 states, Trump is up further than he was in 2016 or 2020. Nationally, I think he's something like 4 or 5 points ahead as of early February. So what is the establishment going to do? Well, I can speculate a few things. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some in elite circles that try to JFK him. That is certainly a possibility, and probably the most viable. I mean, if you're wargaming this, if you're trying to look at it from their perspective, something that they might try to do. Perhaps they're going to do the whole COVID thing all over again, but I don't think it's going to work as much this time as it did last time, since people in hindsight can see the fraud that was. Maybe they can try to start a civil war or some kind of civil disturbance as a result of the migration. There's some talk of that with several states joining the Texas National Guard, and the elite might try to play that forward in creating some kind of instability where, they can do something with the election that way. Maybe something geopolitical. Maybe they'll try to start something like a World War III. I mean, you already got proxy wars all over the world since Biden has taken office. I mean, you got the Houthi rebels in Yemen that are backed by Iran. You got the situation in Israel. You got the situation in Ukraine. You got a situation in sub-Saharan Africa. You got rumors of China invading Taiwan. You got Venezuela talking about, invading Suriname. So, I mean, you got all these things going on. There's a lot of things that could that could escalate, that can draw the United States in and cause a crisis. Another one is a financial crisis. Maybe, the chickens come home to roost and the elite can use that and play that forward to consolidate power. So there's a lot of possibilities I can think of that the elite will try to do, or perhaps they may just manufacture a whole new crisis altogether that the people don't quite have an immunity to just yet. I mean, obviously they have an immunity against the COVID hoax. They could try releasing another virus, but this time a live one that actually does kill people. They could try something like that. Who knows? I mean, the elite, some of these people are nuts. So who knows? Just a lot of speculation, but I think most likely they'll attempt to JFK Trump. I think that's probably the thing that's the most effective from their standpoint, because then they know that it's a it would make sense from their perspective because they know that would be effective. The question is what happens after that? I mean, they could try to change the system to make sure that somebody like a Trump doesn't come up, like Elon Musk doesn't run for president, or Rand Paul or something like that. So it'd be really interesting. This would be a very interesting year. And if the American people don't get some kind of relief, if the populist wing, if the red pill wing, libertarian, conservative, whatever you want to call it, if something doesn't move forward from that perspective, things are going to get really rough. But I think that's what the elite want. I think the elite want that crowd to start the conflict so they can pose as the good guys. But anyway, that's enough speculation for now.